Eliminating discrimination in the hiring process, a creative website designed to provide tools for hiring managers and human resources professionals to eliminate discrimination in the hiring process and create a more diverse workforce. 2 out of 3 workers between ages 45 and 74 say they have seen or experienced age discrimination at work, and job seekers over 35 cite it as a top obstacle to getting hired. Throughout my journey to get my master's in human resources management, I did several change proposals on changing and improving the recruiting process. And throughout my research and through personal experience, I saw a large amount of discrimination happening during the hiring process. Having many years in the staffing industry, as well as being a hiring manager in the automotive and sales fields, not to mention being a candidate myself, the amount of discrimination was overwhelming. I wanted to create change for companies to help reduce the amount of discrimination within their hiring process, to one, make the process more inclusive for candidates, but also help companies from committing discriminatory and possible illegal mistakes. Because my project is an interactive website designed to help hiring managers, please enjoy the introductory video from my website, which gives a little insight as to why I chose to create it.
Hi, my name is Dawn Fichter. Thank you for stopping by the website, Tools for Hiring. It started out as a journey to get my master's degree in human resources management. Led me to the realization that there's a lot of discrimination in the hiring process. You may or may not even be doing it intentionally. However, it happens in every industry, at every company. So we've decided to create some tools to help hiring managers and human resources professionals cut down on those discriminatory practices in your hiring process. So check out our resources page. We've got some great lists of interview questions to ask and not ask, sample job descriptions, and a great list of questions and phrases not to put into those job descriptions to get the most inclusive and diverse workforce applying for your jobs. And as always, if you have any specific questions, please feel free to email me directly and I'll make sure that I get you the answer. Thanks for stopping by. Hi.
Discrimination and exclusion in the hiring process perpetuates the disparity in the application process for many candidates. It was personal experience that hit home for me, but I realized throughout this process how many candidates are either discouraged from applying or that experience straight out discrimination in the hiring process. Much of this unconscious bias on the hiring manager's part is just that, unconscious and unintentional. But it became clear that change still needed to be made. There are laws to protect workers and applicants, but so many cases are unreported or maybe even unrecognized by both the hiring manager and the applicant. If hiring managers are not hiring from a more diverse applicant pool, the workforce will conversely be less diverse. There are many reasons why a diverse workforce leads to greater success for an organization. One, it helps them obtain and retain top talent and create a positive reputation within their community. Two, it can protect the company from litigation and claims of discrimination. And three, you can become a top-rated place to work if one of the things you're known for is diversity, inclusion in your workforce. And companies want to do business with people that are companies that are successful. A Harvard Business Review study also showed that teams solve complex, unfamiliar problems faster when they are more cognitively diverse. There are laws that govern the workforce, with the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission governing and protecting workers. They have the power to bring claims against companies that have accusation of discrimination brought against them. The commission was put into place in 1967. Unfortunately, much of the discrimination is unreported and unintentional. It can appear in any stage of the hiring process, specifically in the job creation, language used in the job postings, and in the interview process. The language of the job description can contain discriminatory terms such as seasoned for an older candidate, or recent grad, or digital native for a younger candidate. These are examples of phrases that can dissuade certain groups from even applying. Discrimination also occurs in the questions asked a candidate during the interview process. Simply asking, "What church do you go to?" can be deemed religious discrimination. Asking, "Where are you from?" could be racial discrimination if the applicant is not white, indicating they automatically assume the candidate was from another country. Another example is asking female candidates or applicants interview questions about their marital status or plans to have children, but not asking those same questions of male candidates. The methods used for this project was the creation of a website that could provide free tools to hiring managers that would help reduce or eliminate discrimination in the hiring process. These tools include the legal and illegal ways to ask different things during the interview process. Cited there at the bottom, you can see common interview questions, also in a downloadable form that can be used throughout the process. A sample job description to be used in conjunction with a list of words and phrases that should not be used, and alternatives that are more inclusive, also listed at the bottom, also downloadable to use during the process. An example of this tool would be using non-gender specific pronouns like they instead of he or she, or simply using you in job descriptions. It's much more inclusive and reduces gender discrimination. Participants in the study were asked to complete a feedback form in which they shared their experience and how the tools either raised their awareness or helped them implement new changes in their hiring process, and by asking for overall suggestions and improvements to the website and content, also cited here at the bottom. The findings revealed three main common themes that ran throughout the feedback. These commonalities were positive examples of increased inclusion, a raised awareness of illegal or discriminatory practices already going on within their workplace, and questions about the website's functionality and viability. The participants used a variety of the three tools created and shared, some using more than one. Feedback received was inclusive of the entire website, sharing the impact and experience using the tools. The participants that shared positive examples of real-life applications of the website, improving inclusion in the hiring process, correlates directly with the goal of the project and the website. You can see here also the usage results show that we had 9 participants utilizing the website as a whole, broken down by the interview questions, sample job description, and the words and phrases. However, again, the feedback received was inclusive of the usage of the entire website as a whole. There were different examples shared of real-life situations in which the tools were helpful. One human resources manager shared that they have had 2 serious situations recently of hiring managers asking inappropriate or discriminatory questions during the interview process. One of the situations was so severe that it was escalated to upper management. The participant said of the interview questions, the comparison of asking the same questions but using different wording was very helpful. Another common theme that occurred multiple times throughout the feedback provided was of just a raised awareness of either current illegal or discriminatory practices that were going on within their current hiring process. One participant found the interview questions to be illuminating as to the questions regarding military service. He said, "I did not know you could ask if a candidate had been honorably discharged." Upon further discussion, he realized that by asking if a candidate had been honorably discharged from the military, they could be excluding somebody who had medical reasons for no longer being in the military, therefore not being inclusive to those that may now have medical issues and going down a path that they really shouldn't be going down anyhow. There was also a hiring manager that shared that after using the list of words and phrases not to use, they switched the pronouns in their job postings to gender neutral pronouns. They shared that shortly after the posting had been changed, a non-binary employee who had felt uncomfortable was empowered by the change and felt the new pronouns made them feel more included and engaged. This employee shared the posting with another non-binary applicant that they knew who applied and ultimately got hired. It's examples like this of this raised awareness that will continue to improve the inclusion within these organizations. The project, through the examples of real-life applications, has impacted different companies' hiring process and invoked change towards more inclusion. Implementing the website helped make these important resources more accessible to various hiring managers and human resource professionals to use as a reference guide throughout their hiring process. Therefore, including the website and tools helped meet the project's initial goals of reducing the amount of discrimination in the hiring process, which in turn promotes a more diverse workforce. The project, because it was the creation of an interactive website, has long-term potential for additional change. The next steps for the website and the goal of the project are to continue to have hiring managers use and explore the resources and tools on the website, sharing the project and website through social media like LinkedIn, and with local Society for Human Resources Management groups like the local group that we have here. They will be sharing the website through their local website, and they will also be doing a monthly discussion about diversity and inclusion, in which the website and its tools will be not only opening the door for new discussions, but will be a resource shared with additional members of the group. Not only has the project brought increased awareness for both the participants and the project designers, it has also helped the creator land an appointment as co-chair for the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Chair of my local SHRM right here, my board. This increased awareness and exposure will increase the exposure and usage of the website, hopefully continuing to lead to even more inclusion in the hiring process. Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing how this can impact your company in the future as well.